Hey, good afternoon, class. Well, it has been raining here in Roanoke for the past 2.5 days, and quite frankly, I'm a little tired of it. Really kind of is a downer, but certainly does allow for me to get a lot of work done. Anyway, do want to share with you a few things about this week, because we're kind of racing toward the end now, and I know that seems crazy, but semesters, basically you only have 3 more weeks. So this week with the discussion board, it's pretty straightforward. We move into the prison epistles, and you'll need to pick two of the prison epistles, which make up Philippians, Ephesians, and Colossians, and then you also need to and Philemon, and then you'll need to pick two of those, and then for one of your questions. And the other question, you have to pick two of the pastoral epistles. So that would be First and Second Timothy and Titus. So you pick two of them, and then you just answer the question as it is right there. Now, one of the things that is important for me to make clear, because notice this in this last discussion board that is graded, that some of the students, some of you guys overlooked the fact that the occasion is not the same as the purpose. And so give special attention to the occasion of these various books, Philippians, Ephesians, Colossians, especially if it asks for it. Now, if it doesn't ask for the occasion, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But if it asks specifically for the occasion of these, then make sure you give a good statement of what brought on the writing of this particular letter, because that is different than the purpose. Now, sometimes it is very related, and certainly, you can make that connection if you want. But just, I'm just emphasizing this because really I want you guys to get the best possible score that you can. So just keep on working hard and make sure you answer each one of those questions. And of course, this week you'll have a quiz at the end of the week. So you'll need to study hard for that. And so read through all the different aspects of the past couple weeks, making sure that you're very familiar with the content within the textbook so that you can really answer the questions that are on the quiz. But also, if you don't know the answer right off the bat, you'll know where to find it really quickly. So that can be very helpful, just becoming as familiar with the content of the reading as possible. So I'm sure that you guys have, you have two different quizzes under your belt now, so you have a really good idea of what they're like. And so really for these last two, you'll really need to push hard. Now, I do want to remind you of something that will be coming up in our last week, on week 8. The discussion board replies will be due on Friday, and also the last quiz will be due on Friday at 11:59 p.m. because the semester ends on that Friday. So make sure you take note of that because because the semester ends on Friday, you need to make sure that you have those things in. Now, the regular posts, your original posts will be due on Thursday like normal, but then the others on Friday. So just be aware of that. Also, hey, the paper. Yep, I know. It's right around the corner. So I hope that you're doing your research. I hope that you're reading and taking notes and really beginning to piece together how you're going to approach the paper. Although really the approach to the paper is pretty straightforward. But let me give you a couple of hints, all right, that are very important. Number one, everybody needs to put a thesis statement in their introduction. Make sure you properly introduce the paper, but then the thesis statement tells me what exactly you're setting out to prove or what you're setting out to demonstrate, okay, through the paper. So make sure you have that thesis statement in there. Now, just telling me that you're going to, write an overview of the Second Temple period, that's not a thesis statement. Maybe make a statement that's like that. However, also, state something in there that, with your special topic, you're going to set out to demonstrate this, or this about your special topic. And then, give evidence and prove your point, and you'll have it. Also, make sure you do a proper conclusion. Make sure you summarize the paper well, and just do it the directions say. If you guys follow that, and also with the various within that period, within the Second Temple period and all that it covers, make sure you give as much detail about the history of those periods as possible. So that can be really helpful, and especially give special attention to really, Alexander the Great, Hellenism, and of course Hellenism as it reaches down into the intertestamental period, specifically with the Hasmonean era, which there's a lot of Hellenism, but even up to that, when we look at Antiochus and such. So just make sure I want to know what Hellenism is, define it clearly, and then also demonstrate, show me, explain to me how that impacted a Jewish way of life, Jewish religion, Jewish customs, how it impacted Jewish culture, and show, of course, cite your sources. But anyway, there you have it. I'm sure that you guys will do a great job, but this is, the paper's 1/4 your grade. Realize that. So this is really an opportunity to make up some ground, to do really good, finish strong, but also for those of you that are doing well, it's that way to kind of put you over the top to make sure you get the grade that you want in the class. So guys, just continue to work hard. Listen, again, I'm always available, want to help if I can. So make sure you shoot me an email and I will be happy to help. All right, guys, have a great week.